everyone, welcome to Good Life, the health show with me, Puja. Well, this is a show that focuses on providing you with solutions to your health-related issues, lifestyle and much more. Well, viewers, the most advanced and effective communication device in this century is the mobile phone. The usage of the mobile phone is not increased only with all social groups, but also with people of all age groups. Now, children all around the globe have started using mobile phones for various purposes. Now, the drawbacks of mobile phones and its negative impact on children's development, health and studies is a matter of concern. So, to discuss on this, we are being joined today by Dr. MRIDUSMITA NEOG, psychologist and psychotherapist. So, not to waste any more time, I'll straight away move to her and talk more on the topic which we have taken today. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining to Good Life, the health show. Now, today, the topic which we have taken is actually a topic of discussion in everybody's household, and which is we can't say that we are ignoring it, but someone is bound to give their children's mobile phones. Now, we are talking about the mobile effectiveness or the bad effects of mobile phones in children. Now, if we talk about the mobile addiction, what is mobile addiction according to you?
Generally, if we see, mobile phone has become a part of our life. Not only mobile phone, all sort of electronic gadgets has become a part of our life. Right. But excessive use of anything is harmful. So the problematic use or the excessive use of the mobile phone can lead to an addiction. So that's what we can say, that mobile addiction might be a problematic use of smartphones or any kind of electronic gadgets.
All right. Now, there can be probable reasons for this addiction as well. So, what is that probable reasons for the addiction? Of course, it's attractive. Children are glued to the mobile phones nowadays. So, what is the probable addiction?
One of the probable reason that I can say might be because of the present scenario. Now, if you see every household, both the parents are working. So, they are also helpless at certain point of time. They want the child to be fast in eating, be fast in doing all sort of stuff. So, they also hand the mobile phone to the kid, and the kids are also so demanding. Without seeing the mobile phone, they won't be completing any kind of task. Okay. So, that is the scenario of the household. But if I say the recent pandemic that we all have faced, that has also been one of the reason because of the rise of the this internet addiction. Right. It has risen globally these days.
Rise of screen times in children.
Yes, because everything was so, and this pandemic was during the period of the advancement of technology, and we are so equipped with technology at this point of time, and everything globally has started on mobiles, gadgets, laptops, and we are so acquainted with all this kind of stuff. So, pandemic has actually been one of the reasons. Yeah. Okay. That has added a fuel to this problem.
All right, so viewers, we are having a discussion on mobile addiction in children and what could be the probable reasons for mobile addiction. Numbers are flashed on your television screen, so if you have any queries regarding the topic which we are discussing at this point in time, please call up and ask a question. Numbers are flashed on your television screens. Now, Doctor, coming back to you again. Now, this is the basic probable reasons for the mobile addiction, because nowadays we have seen both the parents are working. The lifestyle can be the major reason behind this. Children are more glued to the screen times. Now, we also have seen during this pandemic that there was a time when the schools have to provide the online classes, and that has also become one of the reasons for the screen times to increase in children, isn't it?
Yes. Priorly, what we have seen that children were only glued to mobile phone or any kind of electronic gadgets only as a kind of entertainment. Okay. But this pandemic has added it as a kind of educational tool for them, because only with the help of mobile or laptop they are able to continue their classes. So, if they are doing classes also in the mobile, they are taking the mobile for the entertainment purpose also, there we have pushed the boundaries to a certain level. Okay. That we don't know what was the limit for us to be on the mobile.
Absolutely.
To be for the I would say the perfect screen time.
Perfect screen time.
Yeah. There was no limit. We have seen there were several cases in our clinic where people have reported us that during night time also they are on the screen. They want to play games, they want to, and the children used to complain that the entire day I was with the mobile, but I'm doing my classes.
Okay. But so there were some kind of excuses also, which has indicated that the children are actually having more time in the using the more time in screen time. Now, if we want to tell that students were helpless because that was the tendency, that was the trend that was set during the pandemic, and they were bound to use the screen because of their classes and all. Now, there were different classes. For that, they had to extend the time of the screen. Now, for that, what was happening is like it was actually affecting their health. Now, we will come to the health part as well, but now talking about the screen times that has been set by the school authorities or maybe their parents as well. So, has that been lessened or has that been increased by the authorities? What do you have to say? That has also actually been a reason for the...
Yes, definitely. It has been one of the reasons. Though it has become an important part of our life, everything has a pros and cons.
Absolutely.
So, if it is... of course, the technology has made our life so easier these days, and sometimes we have become so dependent on it. We can even see the withdrawals in adults also. For a certain time, if the mobile or the internet is not there, the adult also might show certain kind of withdrawal reactions. Some kind of anxiety might pop up in them. So, if it is affecting an adult to a certain level, we can imagine the plight of the child, what the child might be facing, because the child is in a developmental stage. So, that's why it's affecting the child to a certain level. And we should actually set boundaries for the child. We should actually set the time limit for the child. As they are in the growing stage, it affects their neurological condition.
Now, time bound for the child has to be set up. Now, there was also, which you have already said, that it has put an impact on the children. Now, impact can be said not only because they were viewing the screen for hours and hours, but also because that if few children were using the smartphones and there were some children, they couldn't use the smartphones. Now, for that, the parents were bound to buy smartphones, and then, now these were some of the impact that was affecting the children psychologically, isn't it, doctor?
Yes, because if we see some, as you have mentioned, that some of the students are deprived from the electronic gadgets, where some are getting the electronic gadget, that can be one of the reason of the psychological effects. But at the same time,
that might be a rise in the competition that your parents have given you. So that puts an impact on children.
So that comparison is always there. That has been there. That's why the children are demanding it. And we have to see that the children throughout the entire day, if they are engaged in this mobile phone. So if they are engaged in this mobile phone, even in the meal time, even in their during their other activity time, and we have seen that the children are so engaged in mobile phone these days that it has become a kind of entertainment for them, and they have lost contact with the outer world, I would say. Lessen of the outdoor activities and more into the online games.
Doctor, we'll come to that, but we have a caller at this point in time. Let's take the call. Hello? All right, so that line got disconnected. But what you were saying is that this has also put a psychological impact on the children because of the various activities that has been going on these days, huh?
Yes. And more of the online games and the lesser of the outdoor games. So it has been a radical shift in their lifestyle. So I would say that.
Now, this is one kind of reason that has led to the psychological problems in children as well, because there might be a competition among the students, because when they might have gone back to their schools when it was normal, so when they might have had a discussion, so how was the mode of your discussion, how was the mode of my classes, so there might be an impact in the children. Doctor will come on that. We have a caller. Hello? আমি শুনি আছো, আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব। হেল্ল'?
হেল্ল' মেডাম, মোৰ মানে গলাৰ বিষ হৈ আছে, কিবা পৰিত্ৰাণৰ কাৰণে কিবা। হেল্ল' মেডাম?
হেল্ল'?
মোৰ মানে গলাৰ বিষ হৈ আছে, তাৰ কাৰণে কিবা পৰিত্ৰাণৰ উপায় আছে নেকি?
যেহেতু আজি আমাৰ ডক্টৰ সাইকোলজিষ্ট হয় তো আপোনাৰ যদি সাইকোলজি প্ৰবলেম লৈ কিবা প্ৰবলেম আছে আপুনি সুধিব পাৰে আৰু আজি আমাৰ টপিকটো হয় মোবাইল ফোনছ যে বেছি ইউজ কৰে বাচ্চাবিলাকে হেতুৰ ওপৰত আমি ডিসকাস কৰি আছো হেতুৰ ওপৰত যদি কিবা প্ৰশ্ন আছে আপুনি সুধিব পাৰে All right, thank you so much for calling. There are various problems, yes. There are various health issues, so we might have calls for different issues as well. But viewers, our numbers are flashed on your television screens, and we are having a proper discussion on the mobile phone usage in children and the why is this addiction mostly seen nowadays in children? What is the possible reasons? We are having a fruitful discussion. All right, doctor, coming back to you again. Like I was talking to you regarding the children's impact, the psychological impact. That has to be ruled out. Now, have you been through to any kind of such cases, or if the parents have come and discussed with you?
Yes. Not only psychological, we can see several behavioral issues.
Changes.
Issues in the child. They might show temper tantrums.
Okay.
There might be anxiety issues in the child. Lack of interest in doing activities. Lack of concentration in studies. So there might be n number of issues the child might be showing due to the excessive use of a mobile phone or the excessive use of screen time. So n number of issues are there.
Okay.
Recently a case has been there in my clinic where the parent reported me that the child don't like to go to school and wants to play game throughout the entire day.
Okay, so no physical activity for the child.
Yes, and that has also created a problem definitely in their family environment. And the child not only he don't want to go to school, but at the same time he is leaving all the day-to-day activities. He is not taking his meal properly. He is having sleep issues. So all these kind of issues can be seen in a child due to the excessive use of mobile phone these days.
Okay.
So otherwise there are n number of issues that we can see.
All right. We'll have more discussion, Dr. Bilrai. We have to take a break. All right, viewers, we'll slip into a short break, but do come back soon because we have lots more on the other side. Welcome back, viewers. You're still watching Good Life, the health show with me, Puja. Well, doctor, coming back to you again. Now, earlier to break, we had a basic understanding regarding the reasons behind the addiction of mobile phones in children. Now, we have seen that the mobile phones has also affected the social behavior. We have seen that there is a decreased communication skills in children nowadays because they are always glued to these smartphones. They are always glued to the mobile phones. So there is a lack of communication skills, which we used to see in the past when these children used to go out and play, children used to go out and play with their friends, and the communication skills were built up. So what is the reason behind?
Because the most important reason is loss of human contact.
Okay.
The children, not only the children, we as an adult are so busy with our gadgets. In the similar way, the children are also so engrossed in the mobile phone, in their gadgets, that they have lost contact with human being.
Absolutely.
We as a human, we are social animal. So we want that social connection. We want that human connection. So nothing can replace the human connection, actually, I would say. So it is most important for the child, for an individual to make human contacts.
Okay.
Although the child is playing online games, nowadays there are lots of games where they might reason out saying that I am playing with my friends, but online. That is not giving any kind of human contact. Though they are though they are making conversation online, that is not helping them in any way. So I would like to say that shifting to the outdoor games will definitely help them. And building lots of human contacts, making social contacts, going out in a social event, all these kind of things will help them to make proper communication.
Now, we have seen a lot of awareness campaigns have also been started to aware the parents as well, because parents are the one who will be taking care of their children. So one's first priority is to give to the parents because they will be aware, they will aware their children as well. Now, proper awareness campaigns have been built up. Do your hospitals or do the hospitals or do the doctors of your kind, so do you also aware people or go to the schools or the institutes to aware students
Yes,
regarding.
yes.
There must be some campaigns as well,
Yes,
and
yes.
ask the parents to come and be involved in the activities as well.
Yes, yes. There are several kinds of workshops, trainings, seminars we are organizing for the parents. But here I would also like to mention that when a parent decides to bring the child in this world, from that time only their responsibility increases.
Absolutely.
So nowadays there is this treatment, we can say. We offer parental counseling, pre-pregnancy counseling also is there.
Right.
So we can actually prepare them for the pregnancy phase and
Okay.
for the after pregnancy phase, post pregnancy phase. So that is most essential these days. Parental counseling is necessary, and yes, we are organizing workshops, we are organizing trainings for parents so that they can help their child.
Okay.
Here I would also like to mention that children grow up imitating us.
Right.
So
What we do is they
yes.
will always learn from us.
Yes. So prevention is better than cure, I would say. If I go back home and in the dining table I am busy with my mobile, definitely I cannot say to my child that don't use mobile
phones. Right.
So we have to check on our behavior before training them. So we as a parent, we as an adult should actually try to make an effort to make proper healthier conversation with our kids whenever we get that time.
Okay.
I also admit that nowadays everything has been shifted online. Most of the work are online on our electronic gadgets, but at least we should take out time to make that healthy family conversation.
Because
with
it's
our
not
kids.
only always the negative impact, but there are also some positive impacts of the
Yes.
mobile phones, because there are certain learning methods which is being helpful for the children, isn't it?
Yes, yes. That's why we cannot take it away from the child also. Child has to get the mobile phone to a certain level to learn certain educational things that are available online. If I say recently someone has said to me in a conversation that the person has asked a guy that how you have learned this particular technique, then the child has replied that I have learned this from online various YouTube videos.
Okay.
So in that way it can be helpful for us also.
Right.
But we have to know where is the limit.
Absolutely.
We have to see, and the parents mostly plays a very important role here. They have to be aware. They if they are giving the child the mobile for various reasons, and number of reasons, there might be security reasons, there might be educational reasons these days, but they have to be aware also, and they have to keep a keen eye on what does their child is searching on the mobile. If they are searching to some unknown sites, which is not helpful
appropriate for them.
Yeah. So that they have to be aware. They have to keep in their mind.
Because of course they are helpless sometimes. They have to give the mobile phones, but a proper time can be set up, a proper routine can be set up.
Yes.
Sometimes they are bound because both the family members or both the parents are now working and the lifestyle has changed, isn't it? So what we can do is we can fix a proper timing, and a proper time table and a proper routine setup is very necessary for the children to have a lesson use of the screen time, isn't it?
Yes, and we also have to say to them, because nowadays children starts understanding whatever we convey to them in a proper manner, in a healthier manner. It's not all the time like scolding them not to use this, not to do this. That will not help, but we have to also make them understand the harmful effects of using it for a longer duration of time.
Right.
In that way, it can be helpful for them also to understand, and to a certain extent, they will also understand that okay, why my parents are asking me to not to use it. So they will able to reason it. So without giving them the reason, we cannot ask them to keep it aside, and at the same time we have to monitor our behavior also.
Absolutely, because like what we have, like the examples we set, the children will learn from that, isn't it? Because when we go back home, we have seen nothing to hide from everybody. But like it's like always with the mobile phones, we don't have time to talk to each other. But that has to be made a habit. Like when we talk to each other, when we are having those physical activities, then our children will also have that kind of activities as well at home. And we can have a fixed timing for them. Parents can have a fixed timing for them to take their children outside for the outdoor activities, so that the screen time can be lessen up.
And also I would like to mention here that nowadays in various families we have seen that in their bed they are taking the mobiles, they are taking the gadgets. It might be because of the entertainment purpose, it might be because of their work purpose, it might be any reason. But if the child is seeing that, okay, during the night time also my mama, my papa is using it, so they will not be able to differentiate, na?
Absolutely.
Whatever
which is
we are
right
saying.
or which is wrong.
So that we have to see.
All right, now this also affects the dietary part as well, because as you mentioned that some like children have become very adamant with the eating thing. Now if they are not given to see the screen time for the duration they want, now they don't want to eat, they don't want to do the basic things, basic necessary things which is important for them.
Yes.
Isn't it?
So there what we can do is we can make them understand the first thing, and we can also give them with our reason. If we shift the screen time to some other fun activity, definitely they will get that attention. They will do the particular task that we are asking them to complete. So that we can do.
Okay. Now, what suggestions or tips you want to give the parents, doctor?
So the first thing I would like to mention here is making a proper routine for the child, not only for the child, for them as well, because they have to manage their work life as well as their personal life, family life, and they need to have a healthy conversation with their child whenever they are back home, and yes, that will help. And they actually should make their child understand the harmful effects. And the most important thing I would like to mention here is prior to years of age, actually the mobile phone should not be given to the kid, because it might harm the kid. Several neurodevelopmental disorder might pop up because the child is in a growing stage, and the radiation, the waves affects the child in a severe way.
Okay, so what are the neuro problems? What are the basic neuro problems you're talking about, doctor?
There might be n number of problems. I cannot specify a single problem.
But that is very harmful for the kids.
Yes. Several problems might show. A recent research done in Germany that has shown that the increased rate of cancer because of the excessive use of mobile phone, that has also come to light. So we cannot ignore all these things, right? When it comes to a child, if it affects an adult to a certain level, we can imagine how it is affecting the child. So in that way, we should actually control.
Now, this is neuro, but it also affects the basic health activities as well, isn't it? Because the children are not very cautious about the close usage of mobile phones. We have seen some using the mobile phones very closely, which can affect their eyesight as well.
Yes. So altogether, as the child is in a growing stage, I would like to mention here in our field there is a topic called developmental psychology. There we study about various developmental stages of a child. So that should actually every parent should learn and should know about the various developmental stages of the child, and how this kind of things can create hindrances in proper development of the child. So it is very essential for us as an adult to decrease their screen time. Now when I say screen time, it's not only limited to mobile phone, it's not only limited to laptops. Altogether, excessive use of TV, excessive all kind of monitors can be can be said as screen time.
Screen time, it might be harmful because if you are using it for a long time, so that proper setup of time and a proper routine and a proper habit has to be started from home, and then that has to be helped by the school authorities as well, because we are here not talking only about the infants or not talking about the children below the age of 2, but also the ones who are going to school, because during the pandemic what we have seen is that the screen time intake was increased because of the classes, because of the online classes they were doing and that was that time the children were helpless, but that was actually affecting their health, that was actually affecting their mental health disorders as well. So on that note, doctor, what are the final words you want to tell to our viewers who are watching our show?
So finally, I would like to say that children grew imitating us. Children do everything that we do as an adult. So it's very important for us as a parent, whenever we are there in front of the child, we should actually follow a certain kind of behavior that we want to teach our child. So it's very important to look and check upon our behavior, what we are portraying in front of them. Only then we can train them, and only then we can prevent them from all these harmful effects of screen time or mobile addiction, I would say.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Doctor,
you,
for this valuable information. And with this, we have come to the end of the show. And we hope that we were able to answer all your queries in the best possible way. And in our next episode, we will be discussing on some other important health issues. Till then, stay healthy, stay fit, and keep watching Northeast Live. Goodbye.